I love you. Emerging from the Philippines in the spring of the year 2000, this was one of the first major threats to leverage social engineering on a massive scale. It arrived in email inboxes disguised as a simple text file from a known contact, bearing a subject line that preyed on basic human curiosity and the desire for connection. Once opened, the script systematically overwrote critical system files and personal documents, while simultaneously hijacking the user's address book to send copies of itself to everyone on their contact list. It ultimately caused billions of dollars in damage worldwide, proving that manipulating human psychology could be just as dangerous as complex programming. MyDoom. Surfacing in 2004, this holds the enduring record as the fastest spreading email worm in the history of the internet. It operated by creating a backdoor in the victim's operating system, effectively leaving the door wide open for unauthorized remote access to the computer. Beyond just spreading, it hijacked thousands of infected machines to orchestrate a massive, coordinated attack against the servers of specific technology companies, attempting to knock them offline entirely. While its exact origins remain a mystery, cybersecurity experts widely believe it was commissioned by commercial spam networks looking to build an army of compromised computers to send junk email. WannaCry. Striking globally in May of 2017, this ransomware attack paralyzed critical infrastructure, halting operations in hospitals, factories, and transport systems across dozens of countries. It aggressively locked users out of their own computers, encrypting their data and demanding a ransom payment in digital currency to restore access. Unlike earlier malware that required a user to mistakenly open a bad attachment, this spread autonomously across networks by exploiting a hidden vulnerability in older, unpatched Windows systems. The attack served as a chilling demonstration of how devastating stolen government hacking tools could become when leaked to the general public. Stuxnet. Discovered in 2010, this represented an entirely new breed of digital weapon, designed not to steal information, but to cause actual physical destruction. It specifically targeted the programmable logic controllers used to manage industrial machinery, most notably the centrifuges in Iran's nuclear enrichment facilities. By silently altering the operating speeds of the machinery while feeding perfectly normal safety readings back to the human operators, it physically tore the equipment apart over a period of months. It marked a terrifying milestone in history as the moment malicious code successfully crossed from the digital realm into the physical world. CryptoLocker. Appearing around 2013, this fundamentally changed the cybercrime landscape by popularizing the modern business model of data extortion. It bypassed the old tactic of simply locking the computer screen, instead opting to use military-grade encryption to thoroughly scramble a victim's personal files, photographs, and business documents. The only way to retrieve the necessary decryption key was to pay an extortion fee before a strict countdown timer expired, at which point the key would be permanently deleted. Its massive financial success ultimately paved the way for an entire underground industry centered entirely on holding data hostage. Zeus. Often referred to by security researchers as Z-Bot, this Trojan horse first appeared in 2007 as a highly specialized tool for stealing banking information. It quietly monitored web browser activity in the background, carefully capturing keystrokes and intercepting login credentials exactly as victims accessed their financial accounts. It was highly modular and customizable, allowing different criminal groups to purchase the software and tailor it to target specific regional banks or financial institutions. The original source code eventually leaked online, spawning countless new and evolved variants that continue to plague the global financial sector today. Slammer. In early 2003, this remarkably tiny piece of code brought a significant portion of the global internet to a crawling halt in just 15 minutes. Instead of writing itself to a hard drive like a traditional virus, it lived entirely in the computer's temporary memory, rapidly firing off massive amounts of network traffic in a desperate search to find new vulnerable servers. It did not intentionally delete or destroy personal files, but the sheer unprecedented volume of data it generated instantly overwhelmed routers and crashed critical systems, ranging from airline ticketing networks to automated teller machines. Melissa. Released in the spring of 1999, this early macrovirus disguised itself inside a standard word processing document that promised a list of passwords for restricted websites. The moment the document was opened, the embedded code immediately hijacked the user's email client and silently forwarded the infected file to the first 50 contacts found in their address book. The resulting flood of automated, cascading emails severely congested corporate networks worldwide. The disruption was so intense that many major corporations and government agencies were forced to shut down their internal email servers completely until the threat could be safely contained.